And then we have 2 mana open, which really makes no difference at all. But we might draw. No, I think we just go all in. We just slam it. Yeah, it was the right decision. Because you would not have remounted this dude. And at least we're one step closer to resolving this Titan now. And he got another shock, so he's losing 3 lands if this resolves. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should play these Silent Arbiters so I have a blocker first. Because I only have Condescend for 1. That's only good against Cryptic, and I don't think he's gonna have Cryptic. If he has a conjure, it's Mana Leak. And I don't have enough mana for that. Silent Arbiter at least chumps once. After that I have enough mana for Mana Leak. We could have Vapor Snake. Well, we could have Vapor Snake. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go with a Titan play. Well, it's not over yet, but if he has a bolt, it is. He had a very sick hand versus us. He had the turn 2 Angler, which is already somewhat lucky. I mean, as I said before, the deck pulls that off somewhat consistently, but I mean, that's still a good hand for the deck. And then on top of that, he had a Spell Pierce to protect it and 2 remounts. Well, now we need to play the Silent Arbiter. Because otherwise we're dead. Whatever he plays, we're gonna need to condescend it and scry Oblivion Stone or Womp Engine on the top, basically. There's 2 mana open. I'd really like him to contest here, because I just want to scry for 4, because we have to go deep here. I'm pretty sure we need to find Lifelink or Board Wipe or Mindslaver or Platinum Angel or Eugene. Well, Eugene's a Board Wipe basically. Although you don't really want a -7 Eugene. Yeah, this is bottom. Wow. What a crazy top deck. and a 2-turn clock, so he only gets one draw step to find an answer. I'm not sure if I want a Titan here. I mean, if a Titan resolves, he loses 3 lands, goes down to 3 lands. But I don't think it matters. I think what matters, well, because we lose 8 mana, right? So I think having this Cognizant open, how much mana are we gonna have after that? We would be at, we could let him pay 4 more. No, yeah, I would just much rather have a Cognizant than play the Suffering Titan here. So the thing is, we only really are scared of Gopher Throat or Murderous Cut, I think. It's very unlikely he has double bolt plus a contour. Ridiculous how we managed to win this. Very, very ridiculous. Let's see. Life gain is very good. Actually, I'm not sure about the Chalice. Pithing Needle is bad. I think we all agree on that. Remount is good against the Delve things. Dismember is good against the Delve things. I think Dismember is good against most things he plays. I think Chalice is pretty good actually. I think Titan is too slow actually. I think the life linkers are better than the Titan. We don't really care about him having much mana because everything he plays is cheap anyway. Well, maybe we bought out one expedition map. I don't know. I think Aetherize. Let's have a look at the cards I think could be good here. I think Aetherize could be good. I think Snapcaster could be good. Maybe Negates, but we mostly care about the creatures, so Negate probably not. Yeah, I think Aetherize and Snapcaster could go in, but I don't really see what we want to put out. I think Remand is good, Repeal is good. The thing is, Repeal is bad against the Delve cards, but it's good against Delver and Young Pyromancer. Remand is bad against Young Pyromancer and Delver, but it's good against the Delve cards, so you do want to have both. And I think Chalice probably is just always too late. So maybe we don't want to have 2 Chalice. Maybe we just stay at 1 Chalice. Their mana cost, well, it's still very... I don't like playing that many Dismembers though. Well, Dismember deals with an Angler, so I think we can cut 1 Remand, since Remand is only good against Angler. I don't know. I'm just gonna cut 1 Expedition map. Well, I think we had to mulligan very, very stupidly every single match we played today. How can that be? How can that be? We play, as I said before, we basically play 29 lands. And we have to mull to 4 every single match. 1 game out of 3 we always have to mull. What gives? I think it was a multi 5 against the other player earlier. No, yeah, we had a multi 5 in the first match, and then we had a multi 4 against in the game 1, right? I think game 2 was if in round 1, game 2 was a multi 5, and then in round 2, the game 1 was a multi 4. I think I want to first to draw into lands rather than Trinket Mage here. I don't know, maybe I should Trinket Mage. But I like drawing to 4th land and then Trinket Mage into land. Or possibly Remand that Hengler he's about to play. But he knows about this Remand, so. I mean, we're pretty obviously running into a counter here, but we still have to try it. Because otherwise we're dead. Pretty much. Ah. 11 damage, so any spell is enough. What can we really do here? I guess we can dismount this and do nothing else. Play Trinket Mage, get an Expedition map, but won't be able to play it. I think the best we can do, maybe, is play first, hope we find a land, play the land, play Dismember. I mean, we're losing this game. There's no way we're winning this game, I think. But I think it has to be probably. I mean, this is not a safe play. The safest play probably is playing a Sprinkle Mage. But this means we lose next turn. This way, we have a higher chance of actually winning the game. And playing this, the chance to win the game is probably 0%. And playing it this way, it might be 1%. So I think this is the right way. Because if we want to win the game, we need to draw a mine right now. We need to draw a power plant next turn. Because we need. Huh. Well, I play a land. Just remember this. How much do we take? We go to 8. He attacks for 6. We go to 2. I don't play this. I play this. I crack it. I have enough just for this. He attacks for 11. Huh. I think this is the better play. The other play is okay only if we draw better spell. If he has any spell here, we lose either way. So he attacks us for 11, we go to 1. We play Romco Engine. And then if he doesn't have anything, if he just, yeah, okay. Well, that was really just a mulligan, right? I don't think it's possible to come back from it. We we actually drew pretty good after the mulligan, like drawing lands. So we it looked like we almost had a chance. I think the way we bought it is okay. Yeah, don't like the Remont. Not so much. Ugh. Do you think this is keepable? I'm gonna wait for chat here. I think this is almost keepable because since we have 6 lands in our hand, there's only 23. Well, not really. Okay, how many lands is left? There's 19 lands left. Expedition maps are good draws here. If we draw an expedition map, that's okay. So there's 19 bad draws here, which is less than 40%. So by turn 3, we're turn 2 we probably don't have a playable, or we might not have a playable spell. Most likely we don't have one. But by turn 3 or turn 4 we should have playable spells. I think this is almost keepable. It's definitely better than having a one lander. Having a one spell. But I think this has to be mulligan. I really want to keep this though. We have so much time though, and it's game 3, so I'm gonna wait and see what chat thinks. I think it was actually a close call, but I think my intrinsic, my emotional gut feeling is I want to keep this, but my reasonable, my logical thought is that it has to be that the average 6 has to be better than this 7, and chat is not helping me out. Well, we started mulliganing last game, and it didn't work at all. We had to every time we started mulliganing, we have to mulligan down to 5 or 4 because our mulligan hands are just awful. So maybe I just keep it and hope. Maybe just keep and believe that we draw spells. Well, none of you are saying anything, so I'm gonna go with my gut against my brain and keep this. Probably a horrible mistake. I mean, as soon as he has a counter for this, uh, if we don't draw spells, it's horrible. Ah, well, it's okay. It was unlikely we were gonna have a decent turn 2 play anyway. Most of our spells I mean, there's probably like 6 or 7 draws which would have been good there. Chalice, Condescend. Yeah, I think we just threaten it because we know most of his counter spell pierce dispel doesn't hit this. Only Remon and Mana Leak. And if he has that, we still get a Cameron's Island, get this back, try it again. Yeah, he only has a Remon. And once this resolves, we're probably golden. Ridiculous, we drew 2 lands. Ridiculous. Well, I have no right to complain about drawing 2 lands here. Because the chance for that is roughly 40% times 40%. So about 16%. But the really interesting thing here is if you keep a hand with so many lands, you kind of deserve it. You know, if you keep a 5-lander, I mean, it's not like you deserve it, but you can't complain about not having. Um, you're basically creating a situation where you're screwed over if you do draw 2 lands. If you keep a hand which is 3 lands, 4 spells, I mean, we didn't have that opportunity because we just didn't get that from Shuffler. But if you do that, then obviously you don't care if you draw 2 lands because you still have 4 spells. Hey, look at that. Worked out okay. I'm debating what I want to get here. Do I want to get a Tech Edge and destroy this Desolate Lighthouse? Oh, I think I have a better idea. I think I have a really good idea. You're gonna laugh when you see this play. So we're tutoring us a Terraria West, which we're gonna use to tutor a Chalice, which we're gonna play next turn because we want to play around Spell Pierce. Maybe I shouldn't have shown it to him. Maybe I should have kept this Terraria West for a moment. Well, no, because we want to have as much mana next turn as possible. So, yeah, tutoring a Terraria West to tutor a Chalice. It's kind of funny. Oh well, we might as well play this. Wow, it resolved. Cameron seems good. So, I think we get Tech Edge and destroy his Desolate Lighthouse. Desolate Lighthouse. Oh. Because he has a lot of mana and he's getting value from that. I mean, we want to crack this because we really don't want to draw another land, so thinning our deck is important here. I mean, it's pretty thin considering how many lands we already have. I'm sorry, I have to mute myself all the time because my throat is killing me, and I just keep just it's really sore and so annoying for me. I think we might win here. Well, it probably has a bolt. 3 cards, I assume he has something. Practice charm. I don't think you thought this through, my friend. Because there's no reason for me not to let this go through. Oh, I understand. But, well, that doesn't change anything. I guess it starts making sense, the whole Rector Charm thing, but I still don't want to remount it. Because I still just get back my Vomk Engine and replay it. And then I have 3 creatures attacking each turn, which is a huge deal for him. I guess he could have Thought Scour here, but no, we have Chalice. Well, we could wait a turn, I suppose. I don't really see the point. Well, we are in the money at least. And it seems we're over the last table, so we won't have to wait here. Ah, yeah, so there's no other table, so we should have pairings really, really soon. I hope, because I'm exhausted. But again, as we are 3-0, we are already in the money. We are gonna win at least like a ticket or so bot credit. And if we manage to win, it's gonna go up significantly to like 7 tickets, I think. It depends how many undefeated people there are, or yeah, if there's just one undefeated, then it's really like then it's like 10 tickets. And if there's like 2, then they have to split it, so it's like 6 or something. Now it seems we have pairings. Playing against Gargamel. I don't think we saw him earlier, but I think he plays Abzan. Pretty sure he plays Abzan or Reach Ramp or Scapeshift or something crazy like that. But I have him on Abzan. Oh, we win the die roll. That's always good. Actually, let's have a look. I'm probably gonna keep that. And we got paired down. Okay, I'm gonna keep that. It's not a great hand, to be honest. Always want to have one more land, and two threats in your starting hand is not that great. Because you have plenty of ways to tutor for those, and these could just be lands or playable spells. These are just unplayable for a lot of turns. So there's 3 people so far who are undefeated. So at least if we win, we won't be the only one who's undefeated, basically. Because the other 2 people who are at 9 points are playing against each other. At least I assume they are, because it doesn't make sense that they shouldn't be. Repealing a bird token is pretty strong. You usually don't want to use your remount on his 3-drop. Most likely you want to remount something. The more expensive the spell you remount, the better. So by repealing the token, you get instant value, of course, you draw a card, and you delay him one more turn, because he's gonna have to recast this bird, and it's unlikely he has another 1-drop. So, it's a time walk, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. And he's stuck on 2 lands, so it's good. Well, he has a Even Mind Sensor or something. Oh, we're gonna dump one of these artifacts. Kinda wanna dump the Mind Slaver. Or the Angel. I think the Angel. Very interested what he's playing here. He plays that main. We could repeal this again. But at this point, I'm interested in maybe keeping the repeal so we can repeal this when we find something. I'm not worried about the 2 damage here, or about this. Well, I guess this matters that he has 3rd mana. So repealing this would have definitely been okay. Can be countered. Sure, but it can be repealed. And a fabricate, which is not all that great. Actually, scratch that. Oh. I was thinking in my head that I don't want to get an expedition map with this because I wouldn't be able to use the expedition map properly. but my brain didn't quite go so far and realize that this is the same thing as Expedition Map in the way that it searches. But I mean, both of these are good. I'm actually, I'm I really don't know what to take. Chalice on one here is pretty strong, to be honest, because we're gonna play Wonka Engine and he has no other out. And Oblivion Stone is also really strong, but I think Chalice is better here because we play it this turn. Sometimes you just get unreasonably lucky. So I'm not gonna play this Academy Runes until this tech edge is gone. I might have played it, if he hadn't shown us this tech edge, I might have played it maybe soon. Do I have a collected company deck? No, I don't. Sorry. He has a voice. And he's tech edge. I think we still hide this as long as possible. What's he gonna attack for? He's gonna attack us for 4. That's okay. Thing is, Riemann and Sperber's are really bad right now, and he's most likely gonna play a Smiter. Where am I looking at your list? After this, sure, you can post it right now, but I'm not gonna talk about it much until the game is over. But I'm not sure if I'm the right person, but I'm sure I'm gonna take a look. Yeah. This is probably Smiter. Smiter. So he has 8 damage. No, you need way more mana for that. You need 12 mana. We have 6 currently. You need 12 mana plus Academy Runes. We don't have Tron yet. These are just generating one mana. But we're still winning as far as, well, I think we are. We're gonna have to attack and he's probably gonna double block, but we have Academy Runes, which I'm not gonna show him until he has to double block. And I hope I'm gonna be able to bait him into blocking because of that. And then we get the tokens and replay the engine next turn and stuff like that. Well, you need 12 mana, and basically You can get that easily if you have all the Tron pieces. And then you can use Academy runes to put Mindslaver lock, to put the Mindslaver always on top of your library, and then activate it again. Let's see if he misplays here. Oh, or let's see if I misplay here. I should have countered this dude. Yeah, I should have countered this dude, but I didn't pay attention because I was explaining the Mindslaver lock. That's really, really bad because he can destroy this. Well, it's okay because we have spell burst against Path. And I could have very easily remounted the Court of Calling. This is so frustrating that I didn't remount the Court of Calling. No, it's my fault. It's not your fault. It's my responsibility to use my head. So he attacks for 8. Can't tap out because of this. So we'll most likely have to tech edge this. And then put the chalice on top again. If only this Piffy Needle had worked. Well, I mean, I wanted to name Pride Mage with a Piffy Needle, but chalice, right? Yet I still believe it was the right thing to attack, though. Eternal Witness. What's he gonna get back? I think we need to counter this, because if he gets Cord, he can get a 2-drop. I guess we can counter the Cord too. I guess we can let him have this and then counter the Cord. I'm not sure here what I should be doing. Because I'm a little bit scared he has a... I definitely want to have a spell burst still for Path if he has it. He might have... He might be baiting my counter basically. Well, yeah, or he just gets the Pride Mage right away. That's also okay. I think we are just dead. I don't see an out here. Well, there is one. Play Platinum Angel. We have to counter this and then play Platinum Angel. So we need to cast this. And use your other 3 mana to put Platinum Angel on top. Because if we attack, he just attacks with everything. If we don't attack, he just attacks with Avermind Sensor. What am I doing? I think the first thing we do is attack, well. Because if he has a removal, we die anyway. Next turn we definitely get the Chalice back and try to set it on 1. Well, he has Flick of Wisp, we're dead. Yeah. I have another channel where I sometimes stream on. This is so unfortunate. I think I mean, if we deal with the first chord, I think we win there. It's just really, really unfortunate. I mean, misplayed. I often say unfortunate when I mean that our opponent was lucky and we were unlucky, but this was not it. This was just a horrible misplay. I like Etherize, I like Womp Engine, I like Chalice. I think I like Negates. Well, not that much actually. I think Dismember is okay. Yeah, I think these 5 are okay. Pithing Needle is... No, I don't think Pithing Needle is good enough. What else? All of these cards are actually pretty good. That's the main problem here. Can't... It's tough to find a card which is actually a good card to board out. We should have just... It's so annoying to me that we lost that game. We should have won that game. We had it very, very secure. And just threw it away. When I say we, I mean I. Trinket Mage maybe? Maybe Expedition Maps. They're not that good because he will have Sturdy Silence and he has Avermind Sensor. Trinket Mage for the same reason. And the Chalice also makes the Expedition Map worse, so maybe we just get rid of all the search. Hope to draw into it naturally. I don't know what else to do. Don't think I want to board any of these out. Then we definitely want the lifelink here. I think it's possible to maybe board out a remount, but I don't know. I think it would have been almost impossible for him to, unless he top decks Prime Mage, but I think it would have been almost impossible for him to come back if we play properly. No, Pongify is really bad. No, that's what Dismember is for. Do you want to chill us on 1 here right away? I don't think so. I think we want to have Remand and Repeal and Cognizant. Pongify, look at Pongify. You lose 2 beats all the time. If you lose, it's because your opponent beat you down. If your opponent has a young power monster and you Pongify it, you do nothing. If your opponent has a Tarmogoyf and you Pongify it, first of all, it's really bad card advantage. You replace a good creature with a mediocre creature. And but you lose a card, so yeah, Pongify is not good. The new card, what's it called? The one with Manifest. Exile target creature, Manifest. That's probably as close as you will ever get to playable blue removal in this deck. But Rapid Hybridization and Pongify, there's a reason nobody plays them. Repeal, basically, if it's a cheap creature, you can repeal it. If it's an expensive creature, you're supposedly remand or condescend it. That's kind of the idea. And Dismember fits everything that is you can't counter or whatever. I don't think we want more draws since we already have this. Yeah, I think I bought in both of these. We already have the next land drop secure, and we're probably gonna draw a bunch. I'd like to see maybe an expedition map right now, but there's only two. Maybe win condition would be fine too. Yeah, this is pretty good actually. This is like an expedition map, just better. I'm not sure right now what Curse of the Swine does, so I'm not sure on that card. That's just double blue is just not great here. Yeah, we don't really care about this anymore. We care about this now. I'm not gonna discard the Chalice. I'm gonna take that back. Although having two Chalice on one is better than having. Yeah, but it's really expensive and two blue sources. It's just too late most of the time. Yeah, this has to be throwaway Chalice. For sure. Especially since he has Tech Edge, we definitely want to be able to hit on lands here. Oh. So. Yeah, I don't know. No, this is probably a good repeal target. Better than a remod, maybe? We don't really care about the life gain. We're at 5. I guess we could play Cellos on 1 now. But I don't really want to do it because we might still top deck Expedition Map, and right now we don't really care about his 1-drops. So about the Curse of the Swine. Basically, against beatdown, you're usually dying on turn 4 or 5. Because they play like turn 2 Tarmogoyf, turn 3 Scavenging Ooze, turn 4 Sea Trino, something crazy like that. So exiling a creature or two on turn 4 or 5 is just too slow. Do we want to Snapcast or Coniston here? Or do we want to remount? Snapcast or 2 mana. Yeah, I think we Snapcast a Coniston. I was gonna Snapcast it first, but I don't want to remount this because it's just gonna bite us. It's just gonna come back. Actually, I think it's okay to remount this. I like the Treasure Mage draw. Interesting. So, hang on. Didn't play a land this turn. Yeah, he did. So he's gonna have maybe 3. Yeah, I kinda need to hit a land now, or I won't be able to Snapcast or Coniston the Collected Company. I guess repealing this is okay. Hoping to draw land. It's all land. So we could play Treasure Mage and Chalice. Play Chalice on 1 and get Vomka Engine, but he's gonna resolve Collected Company. Well, he's gonna resolve Collected Company in our turn, right? Yeah, sure. Of course, I'm stupid. I misplayed. I thought he was gonna wait until next turn, and then he was gonna have 7 mana. I wouldn't be able to Snapcast a Condescend. But I'm wrong. He's probably gonna collect a company here, which means I get to Snapcast a Condescend. Brain fart, but it worked out okay. The repeal was a little bit misplay. Then where's the Condescend? So yeah, I choose the Condescend over the Remount now because I really don't want him to ever resolve this, as Wing Morpheus has put it. And look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Huh. I wanna draw both, but I wanna draw the engine first, I think. Wow, we lose our Chalice, probably. I would say we lose our Chalice here. The thing is, though, we can get our Chalice back with Academy runes. And we wouldn't be able to cast Chalice and Vomka Engine the same turn anyway, and it's better than losing our Vomka Engine. Right? I think we're pretty well off. We know there's a Vomka Engine on top of our library. We can use this to get another Vomka Engine, or Sunring Titan if we need to. What did he choose? He chose the Dismember? Well, he must have a Rhino or something important. Maybe Mind Center. Well, the thing is, we don't care. So the question is, do I just slam this now? Or do I play maybe Silent Arbiter Chalice and then next turn I play Wonka Engine? Because I don't want this to eat a path, so I think I just play it safe. think I just played safe. And he also can't Thoughtseize this away now. At least it's well, yeah. It gets countered right. Let's see if he wants to block here. We could also just Treasure Mage. We could if we can find something. Yeah, but I like the Silent Arbiter play. Yeah, I think it was pretty good. But I also felt pretty good about it last time, and then we lost. So what? I don't know why you would play this against me. I mean, it makes sense against, I don't know, tokens. But -2/-2 is not really relevant. So I think the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the Chalice on top and play another Chalice on one. He has a tech edge. Oh no. This is not good. Because I'm afraid he's gonna destroy this with the Pride Mage again. And I'm really scared of Path. But he's gonna destroy my Catamarans, yeah. Guess we could repeal this for 4 and then play. Well, he has enough to replay it. Let's attack first. Let's see what happens there. Probably kitchen things or this. Well, this dude doesn't really do anything. I don't want a treasure mage until I get this out of the way somehow. I think I'm gonna wait until he spends a turn almost tapping out, and then I'm just gonna repeal the mind sensor, and then following turn at treasure mage. Or yeah, voice. I hate that card. Or whatever. Lucky for us, we have Silent Arbiter. Because we don't have a Catamaran, so we will lose the Wonka engine here. I'm debating if I want to do something now. Maybe I just slam this and hope for the best. There's a decent chance we hit something. We don't want to give him a token. On the other hand, we are fine the way it is. I have to play a little bit faster here, because this will, if this goes to game 3, I'm gonna have a trouble with time. How much mana did you just tap? Is he doing his stuff? For 2, so it's most likely the thingy. Let's see. There's a couple things we can do. If he targets Silent Arbiter, I'm gonna repeal the Silent Arbiter. Sadly, I cannot repeal the Chalice. Yeah, okay, we have to let that go, so we lose the Chalice. Bye bye. So the question is, what do we want to do now? Because, I mean, this is the turn we waited for. This is the turn he tapped out. So we can repeal the Mind Sensor and play Treasure Mage into another Womka engine. That seems pretty good. Or we just slam Batterskull, but we can slam Batterskull every turn. So I think we repeal this dude. Well, we don't need to tap that. It has to be Titan or Engine. I don't think Angel is very good. I think Titan is pretty good. I think it's Titan. Do we have 8 mana? We have 3, 4, we have exactly 8. I think Titan is pretty good. So he's on 6 now. Because of Treasure Mage. Because I wanted to look at my whole library, not just the top 4 cards. So this is kinda expected. At least we find a land. Although he's hellbent now, it was his last card, so it was, well, it wasn't lucky because he probably had that path for like really long time. So we're gonna take his. We can't take his white away. Oh, don't do that. Yeah, we can't. No, we can't. Never mind. It's still very good. Do you want to tackle this? No need really. I guess I should have used the tech edge on his. Yeah, I should have used this tech edge, and we would have been able to take his white away. Um, I think it's okay to keep the tech edge. Because if we draw Eugene, for instance, we need it because we're. Oh no, never mind. We're at 9 now. So the thing is, Tech Edge is good against Treetop Village if he draws it, for instance. So I think there's plenty of reasons to keep the Tech Edge, but I think it's also okay to use the Tech Edge before the Sundering Titan resolves. Etherize your own Sundering Titan? Well, that sounds crazy. I think I'm gonna do it, but I can't do it in a single turn. Oh, I think we're gonna kill this dude. Well, Etherize your own Titan. Etherize your own Titan. Maybe I'm gonna do it after this, but first I want to really get rid of this dude. Because then we also have Etherize. Oh, you're right. You're right. This is still end combat, so I can do it here. This is 4. I still have 5 mana after that. I would have not thought about that myself, to be honest. I'm gonna admit that. The whole Etherize thing. I've never used Etherize to bounce my own things, but that's really an interesting play that did not occur to me. No, I don't think that's. I think the time before you can argue for that, but this time I don't think it's a smart thing. We don't need to first. Well, I guess we can first here. I think I want to keep this one. Let's see. I'm gonna attack first and see what happens if he double blocks. And if he double blocks, I'm gonna dismember. I think I still want to dismember here. So we can cast spells in his turn. He gets the token, but the token is not that big. Problem is, if the token gets one bigger, can interact with things. Oh, we don't need. Well, I still want to do this well. Is there anything we can do? Well, Etherize is pretty useless. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Well, of course, but the mind sensor is a problem. I guess we just don't care about the mind sensor and just try it. It's one. It's not enough. Did I mistap? If I tapped the island, I would have been able to cast Thundering Titan here. Well, I guess now he has to use the Tech Edge, and we still get to cast Titan next turn, so it's not a huge deal. Thing is that I'm playing more against the clock than anything else right now. So I'm trying to play fast, which is not really helping. I like the Cyclonic Rift on the token. How much mana do we have? That's 9. I thought it was gonna be 10. Oh, it doesn't matter, does it? Oh, it's okay to do it now. Because he might draw a troop door up, and we don't want him to resolve that. Oh, I have enough to overload? I'm stupid. Of course I do. Well, then we're just gonna do that now. Sometimes it's right in front of you, and you don't see it. Well, we wouldn't have had lethal anyway, though, so because we didn't have the Titan yet. So we need to play really, really fast now. Actually, I think we're gonna change our boarding based on what's happened. Well, no, maybe not. I think the boarding is still correct, but taking the time into consideration, yeah, I think we have to change our boarding. We have to go kind of all in, and just hope that we can fabricate or treasure mage really, really fast into win condition. And I'm also gonna keep the expedition maps. Um, yeah, he lost with completely no board. So I'm gonna bring the expedition maps back in because we basically need a really fast Tron and then just win really, really fast. So um, something like Silent Arbiter, which just stalls the game, doesn't help us. So I'm gonna throw that away. What else? Remon doesn't really help us. Maybe something like Repeal or Etherize even. Dismember is one of the really good spells here right now. I mean, we have 3 minutes. We have to win in 3 minutes. So everything that is good and relate, I guess. I guess Mindslaver. I think Mindslaver. We have no time for that. I kind of like Etherize because he could swing for an Alpha Strike, then we Etherize, and then we can win. So this is still a very good cantrip combat trick, but I think there's just no way Mindslaver is ever going to be useful. First of all, because he has Stony Silence. Second of all, because we don't have. Do we want anything else here? I guess Snapcaster can be a good feature here, and Snapcaster just more could be good. I don't know. We're just gonna submit now. Pretty sure I'm gonna lose on time here, but I'm okay with that. This is an okay hand actually, because we have tutoring for Tron. We have early wipes. I play the island here first. Probably shouldn't have, but I'm most likely gonna have to transmute and repeal. So um, if we do draw tower now, it's kind of awkward. But the thing is also that you can't play this turn free anyway. It's really sad that we lost the first game against them. Now we have to discard something. Mine, I suppose. Yeah, I misplayed there. Do I maybe want to wait one turn? I guess not. If he has a path, it's really, really bad. But we take his white source, so come on. Next turn we're gonna have Spell Burst, so I think we're in a pretty good position. We might actually win this. Spell Burst and Sunring Titan. I'm not gonna tap this blue source under any circumstances. He might be thinking that he's winning the race, but we're gonna be able to etherize. And we also now, of course, drew this. So if he attacks next turn, I think I etherize. Oh, I think we actually condescend that. Because he might find the Pride Mage. I think this is worth condescending. I said I wasn't gonna, but this is not this is not that good actually, you know? So I guess it's okay, but I don't think we want to, since we have life gain. So we repeal one of his dudes, and we dismember one, and then at least one of our guys gets through. Basically, that's the plan next turn. I guess I could have let both dismembers. No, I don't have enough life probably. Well, he can't attack because of the Vomka engine. I guess I should have let both dismembers on top, and I could have played repeal or repeal dismember dismember. Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to play faster. It's not perfect. Of course he has this. I was so scared of this, so I cornered the collected company, and now it didn't matter. I don't think I use my things now. I mean, we're still winning as long as he doesn't get path right. He's probably gonna destroy this dude, but then he loses his lands. Let's see what happens here. He's gonna destroy this. Okay, I don't care about losing that, because I get the tokens. I think I repeal this end of turn. Dismember this and then just swing with everything. Do we repeal? I just have to play faster. We just repeal here and I think we win. <sighs> 14 seconds, come on. I'm like so close. What's happening? Come on. Yeah, okay, so there was a lot of ways to play this differently, and Etherize would have been one, but I just had to play the fastest way I could. And I need a drink. So last week most of you weren't here, but last week I lost on time. Oh no, never mind. My opponent lost on time. So we are 4-0. I'm gonna put my deck up. Hang on, basement, in a minute. So this is the deck I played. You can have a look at it. You can ask me some questions. So first of all, there will be no more Magic being played here. So if you just came here to watch Magic being played, then I guess you can leave. And I'm just gonna be talking a bit about the deck and answering your questions and stuff. So, but before that, I want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thanks for watching. Please check out the description. There's some valuable information there, like our schedule, link to our YouTube channel, link to our main website, MagicGatheringStrat.com. If you're interested in streaming, we're looking for streamers who are willing to stream on a regular schedule. And yeah, again, thanks for watching. So yeah, again, the event is over. I won 4-0. Or I went 4-0. I'm not the only one who went 4-0. With this list, if you have any questions about my deck or about Magic in general or anything like, if you have any questions, now's a good time to ask them, because the stream is gonna go on for a few minutes, and I will have a look at this list, which I was given by Baseman. But before I do this, I really have to go to the bathroom, because I've been streaming for 4 hours. Okay, I'm back. Um, do you think they will reprint the Zendikar fetches? I have no idea. I think it's okay to wait like six. It's just like, well, when is spoiler season gonna start? Probably somewhere in August. So that's like 3 months. I think waiting 3 months is not gonna do a huge deal on the prices of fetches. I think the prices of the fetches are mostly um constant, mostly stagnating. They might be rising like, I don't know, 10% in a year because they just get more valuable every year because more people are playing Modern and it's just this constant number of fetches in circulation. Uh, so maybe they will grow like the price will grow like 5% or something, or 4% in the 3 months you wait until the spoiler season happens. But that's nothing compared to how much money you're gonna save if they get reprinted, right? So I'd probably wait, but do I think they get reprinted? I have no idea. I think it's possible because in the standard environment there would just be fetches then, and I don't think that's too good a mana base for standard, having 10 fetches. And so it's definitely possible. Um, yeah, I think it's possible, but I have no idea. um, so let's have a look at the list here. Um, Order of White Clay. I don't think I've ever seen this. Untap symbol. I like the yeah, I like it, sure it's great, but double white is something I'm worried about. You're playing a three colored deck, double white might be a problem, and you already want double green for, I assume you are playing, well, I'm actually not seeing Eternal Witness, so I suppose you're not playing Eternal Witness, so double white might not be that problematic. I don't like this. I think this is too cute. This is what exactly is this? Your it controller draws a card. You can only use it on creatures you don't control, so it's not a draw engine for you. Can't attack or block, so okay, it's removal, but your opponent draws a card and it's on a. I don't know. I might be misjudging this, but I think this is not as good as you think it is. But maybe it's me who's wrong, and this is as good as you think it is. But this is a card that you where is it? This Hesed Profiteer is something you don't some it's a card which you just don't see, and there's a reason for that. I mean, just because a card is not played doesn't mean that it's unplayable. But if this was as good as you think it is, it would have probably been already discovered. Actually, scratch that. The whole argument I just brought is complete bullshit, because then there would be no reason to ever experiment. Try it out, maybe it works out. Yeah, but yeah, basic. Yeah, the creatures with primary counters and on them can't attack or block only works as long as this creature is in play. Yeah, the counters don't get removed, but the effect, the counter itself doesn't do anything if the profiteer is not in play. So this is already a card which I'm very skeptic about. Mirran Crusader is a great card, especially if you're playing against green, black, against Junt or Junk or any of that. Yeah, yeah, guys, sure. I don't know. I don't know if you need this. I don't know if this is good. Sure. Fractus, I think, yeah, for voice to Tarmogoyf. Not sure if Tarmogoyf is good here because you're not playing any discard. I'm not sure if there's. I think there's better cards from Tarmogoyf, probably. don't like this card. I mean, he's cheap, so you can. The good thing here is you can get him with Collected Company and get something else, right? Yeah, the last two cards I'm not a huge fan of. I don't think they're good enough for Modern. I guess, well, this thing is pretty good with kitchen things. I mean, I like the creature base. I think there's a good split. Like, you have some creature, you have some life gain here. Uh, you have some creatures which combo, and you have some which are just great for beatdown. But then again, in Modern, I really only play Mono Blue Tron, so I'm not sure if I'm the right person to ask. But naturally, I would say that I don't like the Profiteer. I'm I'm not sure. I like this combo, but I'm not sure if it will work out as good as you think it is. And I'm also a little bit worried about all the double symbols. Like this is double white and well, this is double blue and stuff. But I guess it's one-offs, so it doesn't really matter. Um, and I think what you're lacking a little bit is like the really good beatdown creatures. Like if you look at the deck we just played, he had really good beatdown creatures. So let's look at what creatures he had. He had Siege Rhino. It's 4/5 trample. It's huge. Loxodon Smiter, 4/4, and I mean the effect is also pretty huge. So these are pretty big creatures. You have Brimmas. Brimmas is also pretty good. I mean it does something different, right? It's not a huge guy, but he's like he's like fat in the sense that he has buddies who are standing beside him. I guess there's a combo with the kin tree spirits there, so I don't know. Yeah, I think maybe replace the Tamogorth and some of the other creatures I criticized with better beatdown creatures. Because if your opponent has a Tamogorth or a Siege Rhino, I think you're gonna have problems getting through. I guess that's what the Profiteer is for. Yeah, I don't know. Um, let's have a look at the spells. I don't know if this is good enough for Modern. You have to realize that this is tutoring for free cards, I suppose. But there's a couple problems with this, and the most obvious problem is that you that it's negative card advantage. You use this, and while it does tutor stuff, it only puts it on top of your library. Um, and you lock yourself. I mean, you know which cards you're gonna draw for 3 turns, but so does your opponent. Well, he doesn't know exactly, but he knows which cards, right? Because you have to reveal the 3 creatures. And let's say your opponent suddenly plays a Womka engine, and you desperately need to top deck a path. So it kind of has a brainstorm effect, I suppose. Yeah, I don't think this is as good as you think it is. Again, this card. I mean, sure, try it out, see if it works for you, but I'm not sure. I think something like Court of Calling could be better. Um, yeah, I understand. Okay, Congregation Van Company. Well, that's a 2 card combo, and it's 7 mana. I understand the idea, but yeah, I don't think it's as good as you think it's going to be. Again, the cream of the crop is interesting, but I think so. The question is, what are you trying to do? I suppose you're trying to be a mid-range deck, which has kind of silver bullet answers, kind of, and just great value creatures, and kind of a little bit like the old pot deck, but not really. And this helps you this makes your deck slower, I suppose, because instead of this, you might be playing a creature which attacks, but it gives you card selection, I suppose. I think this is possible. I think this might be okay-ish, but I guess you have to test the deck and see what your problems is, what your problems are. If your problem is that you are too slow, that you're not bringing the beats fast enough, then you should probably just cut this and play more beatdown creatures or something. I'm not exactly sure. Let's see, Blessings of Nature. I don't know. I see the combo. You can scry it kind of on the top with the cream of the crop. I get it. I get it, but I mean, this is one of. I guess this could be anything, right? This could be Vines of a Vastwood or Giant Grove or uh, Becoming Mans could be the same thing, but I think all of these don't really deserve a slot in this deck. Yeah, I think I would cut this. I don't think you need this. I would probably play more paths. Probably play more paths. Well, Collected Company is great. Yeah, mana base. Well, let's have a look at the deck I just played, shall we? Um, where's Gargamel? Have a look at this, or I can link it in chat so you can have a look yourself. Have a look at that. Modern Mill. I'm not saying you have to play this list. I'm just saying this looks a little bit more thought out. And again, I'm not the person to ask because I really don't know. So yeah, and realize that there's something in the comments. Anyway, I think that's enough for one deck. Hey, Den of Bears. Ancient Monkeys is... no. So we won about 4 tickets. Okay, guys, I think thanks, Den of Bears. Unless there's any other question, unless there's more questions, I'm gonna call it off and end the stream here. I want to say again, thanks to everyone for tuning in. Check out the description, and I might be playing a daily this weekend. I might be, if I find the time. I really try to play a daily every weekend, and it's usually around the time this stream happens, so around 2 p.m. Eastern. I think is that Eastern? I think around 2 p.m. Eastern, and that's around 8 p.m. European time. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna have the time this weekend, but I'm gonna try. And yeah, check out the YouTube and check out our website and stuff. And see you guys next time. Have a nice day.